let me close that. Okay. Income producing activities. So yeah, I mean, this is super important so that we know that we're spending our time right in the right places. That's actually making us money. There's lots of times that we're actually putting in work, and we're actually putting work in areas that don't make us money, and we have a limited amount of time. So we want to make sure that we're actually utilizing our time correctly and spending our time in the right place that's actually going to produce income. Okay, so we're going to explain some of the daily methods of operations in this industry. We call them the DMOs. We like to use a lot of acronyms. DMOs, daily method of operation, income producing activities, our IPAs. So okay, can I? Oh, even okay. Oh, shoot, I know that I can't. Oh, there you go. Okay, then I can't see my cursor. Okay. First and foremost, before we start everything,
I think you can you go?
yeah, I'm gonna see if I could click on it. I can't. That's all right. Before we go into what we need to do, we need to know how much time are we actually gonna put into our business. Okay. I mean, this is so important because in life we have so many distractions, and there's so many things that are pulling us in so many different directions, and we need to be dedicated in the amount of time that we're going to put in order for us to secure our future. Okay, and that's why it's so important to know our why. Actually, Nelly wanted you guys to chime in the chat. Put in there, what is your why for pursuing a home-based business? Okay, because this is direly important. Like me, uh, I know exactly what my why is. It's to secure my family's future. Um, and it's so strong that I really beat myself up when I'm not uh, working myself up to what is par to me, you know, and that's what drives me. Some of the, something a lot of people don't know about me is that, like, growing up, I I went to well, I was the poorest kid in the richest school on Staten Island. Okay, I went to a private Catholic school, and I was the poor kid in school, and I think it kind of like drove something in me because like all the kids in school had like literally like the richest families in Staten Island went to that school, and my parents were broke, but they put everything they had to allow me and my brother go to that school. Some of the times they didn't pay the tuition. It was a little embarrassing because um uh, if you don't pay the tuition, you don't get your report card, and then the students know, and they do it right in front of the students, like, oh, you don't get your report card today because your parents didn't pay. And then it happened many times uh, uh, to me, and I don't know, it did something that that it's made me like that drove me, that like I want better, I want more for my kids, but that's part of what drives me. And when let's say I'm watching too much television, or I'm spending too much time not doing what I'm supposed to do, it eats me up inside. We talk a lot about the thermostat. What is your thermostat that's gonna push you to pursue that which you desire, so you have to know your why. And if you haven't done the exercise in the 6A success a website, do it, because knowing exactly why you're doing it is gonna help propel you into one, getting out of your comfort zone to do what needs to be done, and then two, to not get distracted from all the things that life uh, uh, does to take us away from pursuing our dream. Okay, so how many hours are you going to dedicate towards achieving your goal, achieving your dream? I'll tell you right now, if it's only like an hour a day, it's not going to cut it. You're not going to get there, you know? So know what how big your goal is, and give yourself a realistic amount of time that you need to put in, that you have to dedicate in order to reach that goal. Obviously, the bigger the goal, the more time you're going to have to put into it. Okay, we have another training that's in the 6A success, um, which goes about that. Like, what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to radically achieve uh, um, um, success and radically change your life, or are you just trying to pay a couple of bills, or are you just trying to pay off your machine? You know, those three goals have very, very different implications between them. You know, so know why you're in this. Okay. One of the things that really helps me is having a designated place to work far away from distractions. Um, like for me, when I have like a million things to do, sometimes I wouldn't even know where to start, but I'll just seat myself in my workspace and not get up, and then it'll just force me to have to work, and then I'm gonna have to figure out where I need to start. So having a designated place to work away from, don't have the TV next to you with your favorite show on, because you know you're gonna have some side eye, you're gonna start staring at it, and then you're gonna get glued to it. You know, so having a designated place that you're sitting in when you plan on putting that time in for your work. Okay.
When do you want to have them put some time out towards the end of the presentation?
When do you put some time out?
On the calendar. Remember we had talked about that? For
Putting some
them to
time.
put on the calendar some time out. Okay, when can they put time towards their business and add it to their calendar? Should we have them do it now, or do you want to do it at the
No,
end of the
no,
presentation?
no. Once you decide that how many hours you're going to put in,
Mhm.
hold yourself accountable to it. Put it on a calendar. Um, okay. For those that work the 9 to 5, you want to work your job 9 to 5, but work on your future 6 to 12, 6 to midnight. You know, uh, now Nellie's has great experience with that. When she finally decided that she wanted to quit her job, she was actually working through her lunch breaks. Um, uh, Actually, Yamarin's really great at that. He's always calling me on his lunch break, putting me on three-way calls with his coworkers and
Doing
stuff,
comp plans.
doing comp plans
Absolutely.
and stuff like that. I mean, we're always working. You know,
Mhm.
this is your life that you're building. You know, and it's going to take some very dedicated and focused effort, which we're going to talk about. Okay. Um, if you guys haven't heard about the 10,000 hour rule, what the 10,000 hour rule is, it says that it takes approximately 10,000 hours to become an expert at anything. Okay, regardless of what it is, they say it takes about 10,000 hours to be an expert at it. So if you look at the people that are up in the upper ranks, all the dashes, right? How many hours uh, uh, of conversations, Kangen conversations, do you think they've had? They've had thousands and thousands of hours, and that's how they got up to those dash ranks. For a lot of the people that give up on their business, they gave up before even coming close to the 10,000 hour rule. You know, a lot of people give up in their first month, and how many hours is that? More than likely, it's probably less than 5-10 hours in their business, and they expected to be an expert and to do incredible, but it takes a long time. But what's great about our business is that we get to earn while we learn, but never give up, because if you just keep being consistent at it, and you're always building, you get better and better and better, and then once you're an expert, you're going to crush it. You know, it's impossible to not succeed when you're an expert. Experts excel
Okay,
at what they do. If you want to be an expert
I'm early.
in
You work 6 hours a day?
this industry, Let Erica in. Give me 1 second. If you want to be an expert, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna do it just like this because let me get Erica in. Let me mute. Actually, let me mute all. Okay. So if you want to be an expert, you could be expert at anything that you want. And if you want to be an expert in car sales, yeah, you'll make a lot of money. You want to be an expert in network marketing and an expert in Kangen and make the kind of money that the experts in Kangen are making. I mean, you're going to crush it. So remember, it takes time. Um, Joey, you have a question? Let me see if I can unmute you. As unmute. Joe, if you could unmute yourself, I can't seem to. Oh, there you go.
No, Jay. No, I didn't have a question.
Oh, okay. You had your hand up.
I did.
Oh, all right. Let me just put it down. Hey, what's up, Erica? Great to see you here. Oh, I got you muted. But hi. Awesome. We were just getting started, actually, so you didn't miss too much. Okay. Um, okay, that's the 10,000 hour rule. So that's why it's so important, especially with the prospecting. You're talking to people. The more conversations you have, the better that you'll get. But most importantly, do not waste time. Do not squander time, for that is the stuff life is made out of. That's why I like to say that time is the most important asset, because it's the only asset that we never get more of. Once it's gone, it's gone forever. So don't waste time. Okay. Um, okay. Before we get into what we have to do, I like to kind of break down the stuff that we're not supposed to do. Because I mean, you ever meet uh, a person that's single, works part-time, has no kids, and says, oh, they're so tired, they're so busy, they can't build their business because they're so busy, you know um that is something that everyone needs to really pay attention to, is what's keeping them busy. Because just because you're busy does not mean that you're being productive. uh Keeping busy and keeping productive are two completely different things. Okay, so when we talk about where we need to be spending our time for building our business, um here, these are a list of a couple of things that I fall victim to, and I kind of have to watch myself, because I fall trapped to some of these things. But these are things that we spend the least amount of time, because they make the least to no money at all in our business. But the next two slides that you're going to see, a lot of people spend most of their time in these two next slides. Okay, so uh, one of them that Nellie's always beefing with me about it is scrolling on Facebook. Like my thing is, sometimes I'm prospecting on Facebook, but sometimes prospecting does turn into scrolling. Okay, so there's a thin line where where you have to be careful. You're not spending too much time doing that. Okay, cleaning your workspace, organizing. Okay, I'd rather you guys be completely messy and be making money than have the neatest workspace and not making any money at all, because you're spending your whole time just organizing. Okay, constantly watching what other people are doing online. Okay, if you're so focused on what other people are doing, you're not able to work on what you're doing. Okay, so it's good. Like sometimes if I want to know what someone else is doing, I'll investigate it for like a day. Or like when the online people were crushing it, then I'll dedicate some time and I was watching what they're doing. But um I don't spend a lot of time trying to see what everyone else is doing. I have no idea what most people in our Magic how they're building their business, because I'm so laser focused on what we do and how to improve what we do. Okay. watching countless YouTube videos. This is dangerous over here. Like I only watch YouTube videos just to send them out to my prospects, just to find the right stuff. But sometimes I could end up just watching video after video after video and end up not working. And then sometimes I'll fall into watching trailers, you know. So be very mindful. Be very mindful of that. How much time you're spending on YouTube. All right, that's okay, Mom. Okay, getting ready to get ready. Okay, sometimes we prepare so much. We need to think that everything needs to be perfect before we execute, before we go out to do that demo, before we go do a Zoom presentation, before we do a webinar, before we get on a call. We want all of the dominoes in place before we make it happen. And that's a killer. Something that you could just knock out right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Will sometimes take us a month just to get organized. You know, this is a really tricky one that gets a lot of people. I mean, it's got me on a lot of projects. You know, it's delayed a lot of projects for me because I needed everything to be perfect. You know, and it's delayed a lot of projects that I've worked with some of you guys on here. So getting ready to get ready, it's so much better just to execute it imperfectly, and when you do, it's actually to give you more insight to do it the second time even better. So just do it. Don't fall into the trap of just getting ready. Okay. Calling the same person 20 times. Okay. Always follow up with your people, but make sure that you're always prospecting, and you're not leaning just on that one prospect that said that, okay, maybe, and then you just keep hounding that one person without actually prospecting brand new people. Okay. Thinking about your business, it's much more important to execute than to spend all the time just preparing and thinking and comparing yourself with others. I mean, this is a killer. This is something that we all do. um just don't do it, you know, because you're uh all the time you're always comparing. You know, on social media, it's people like to say it's people post their highlight reels on social media, you know. So when you see people doing great things, and they're crushing it, I'm like, oh, why can't I be like them? And then it kind of takes your energy away from you. It's also the reason why I don't know what anybody else is doing, because I don't want to compare myself, and I want to stay focused on how to improve what I'm doing. Okay, so don't compare yourself to other people, because remember, it's always their highlight reels, and a lot of times you're comparing your, let's say, um, day 30 in your business to someone else's day 400 in their business, you know. So don't compare yourself to others. Okay. Now these are passive money making activities. So we're not there yet at the actual money making activities. These are the passive money making activities. These don't actually make you money from executing, but helps build up the actual money making activities. Now, you don't want to spend a lot of time in this. About 20% of your time goes to these passive MMAs. Okay, your PMMAs. Actually, I gotta fix that. That's a passive money making activity. Okay, only 20%. Okay, you're doing your trainings, you're inviting your team to trainings and events, your social media posting. You know, you don't want to spend all day think about what you're going to post, because remember, it's just a small percentage. Your self development, building websites, all of these passive activities that helps you make money and get sales, but do not directly help you make money and get sales. I mean, self development to me is the most important thing with helping you succeed in business, but it's also not the one that directly makes you money. But it is the foundation of what will. So you need to always be doing self-development, but do it in your spare time, and make sure that you're actually spending majority of your time on the money making activities. Okay. And here we go. The actual activities that actually make you money. You want to spend 80% of your time doing this every single day. This is your checklist. This is your real checklist that you need to be doing every single day. Adding people to your list. Okay. Every time you have a brand new person in mind, not actually prospecting, just adding to your list of people that you're going to talk to. I mean, that is your lifeblood. That's your money right there, your list. And a lot of the other trains I always show you, I got like lists. That is the only piece of paper I never throw out. You know, I throw out like old notes. I throw out like all my yellow notepads that you've seen in the past. I throw out the stuff that's old that I don't need, but I always rip out the pages of my list. That is literally your lifeblood. I never throw away my lists. Okay. Prospecting. Okay, so 80% of your activities, money making activity, MMAs, but 80% of the time your MMAs is just this prospecting, having real life conversations in person, on the phone, on Messenger, and in emails. Okay, this is pretty much the number one activity is talking to people. You know, the more people and the more time you spend on this thing, the more money you're going to make in your business. Okay, so if you see your phone bill going up or your screen time numbers going up, as long as it's not spent screen time scrolling, you're making more money in your business. Okay, this is the lifeblood in your business. Okay, prospecting number one. Make sure go to the prospecting training on 6asuccess.com. Okay, so you learn how to prospect effectively. Inviting, I mean, that's technically part of prospecting. You get your prospect, and then you're going to invite them to the webinar, to watch a YouTube video. For the new guys on here, literally it's as simple as when you prospect, you invite them to watch two simple videos, a demo and a comp plan. That's it. For 80% of your prospects, those are the only two videos that they're ever going to see. Okay, in the beginning. And then you follow up with getting them on the webinar. Okay, so that's the business approach. We're actually gonna start producing more content for a health approach. Chris, I'm going to talk to you also about doing a webinar and demo for so we can have a recorded health webinar. So, but yeah, so recruiting for the business, demo, comp plan video, get them on the webinar. It's a proven system. A lot of us recruit that way. Also on 6A Success, go to the inviting training, 6asuccess.com. Get into the inviting training. If you don't know how to get there, ask on the WhatsApp chat, and then we'll tell you guys how to get there. Okay. Presenting and demos. The world is opening up now, so it's going to be opening up to demos. We can start doing demos again, in-person demos. Literally a simple drop test will do. You don't have to do a long, exasperated 2-hour demonstration. Literally 4 cups, 3 waters, a soda, and a Powerade, Gatorade, doing a drop test. That's all you really have to do. If you want to do anything bigger than that, you could. But even if you're just doing drop tests, you could sell machines just by doing drop tests. Okay. Giving away water and retailing the machines. Okay. Even if you did nothing, even if you did nothing that we taught you, and nothing in any of our trainings, even at the very simplest fact, if you only gave away water, you're going to sell machines. Erica is on here, her downline, Ronnie.
Hi, darling.
Literally that's all he does. Gives away water, gives away all day, every day. That's all he does. And he's going to be 5A, I think he's got 2 or 3 sales to 5A. So even if you did
Erica
absolutely
is
nothing,
also close to 6A.
so close, so
So
close. Come
close.
on, Erica, we gotta rock it this year. Let's get it. Let's get it this year. Actually, yeah, let's get on a call actually, so that we could plan that out for this year.
Mhm.
Um, giving away water, we still do that. We still give away water, amongst everything that we do. Why? Because we're an expert. We do everything. We're not like a one trick pony, and you shouldn't either. Learn how to do everything. Even just giving away water will make you a bunch of sales. Okay. Following up and closing. Okay. Putting people on three-way calls with me or your uplines. Okay. Make sure you're doing that on a daily basis. Okay, that is your money making activity. 80% of your time should be doing that: prospecting, inviting, three-way calls. Okay. Launching your new distributors. Okay, so when your new guys come in, start tapping into their warm market. Okay, get their warm market plugged into the system, getting those videos out to their prospects, inviting them to a demonstration, connecting them on a three-way call, and then closing them, getting them into the team, and then get their new members plugged in the same exact way. It's as simple as that. Okay, 2 YouTube videos, our webinar, three-way call, close, buy a machine, and rinse, wash, and repeat.
Mhm.
Okay, so launch your new distributors whenever they come in. Get them tapping into the warm market immediately as soon as they get in. Okay, promoting and attending events. Okay, right now because of COVID, we don't really have events, but once they do open up, these are just turbochargers for your business. Okay, getting people to like the big events are literally turbochargers that will propel your business. Okay, you can send your prospects over there. I mean, they're just gonna love everything and want to be a part of everything, the whole movement, and supercharges your mindset being around all that high powered energy with the business. Okay. So this is where you want to be spending all of your time. Make sure most of your time is doing this. And then the other stuff is some time. Okay. Um, to close this section in life, if you do the hard things, life will be easy. If you do the easy things, life will be hard. Okay. That is why such a small percentage of people reach high levels of success. Why? Because they want to do the easy things in life. Okay, they want immediate satisfaction. They don't want to break out of comfort zones. Okay, so you're different. That's why you're in a training like this, and you want to do what most people won't, so that you can live a life that most people can't. Okay, and it's so true. Just a few short years of focused hard work will provide a lifetime of freedom. Um, but you want to get focused on why you're doing it, so that you could put together a game plan on what you're willing to give up to achieve it, and what you're willing to put in to achieve it. Okay, so it's so important. Okay, you only got 5 more slides.
Yeah,
This
chop,
is,
chop, chop,
I know
chop.
this. This is the most. This is actually the most important stuff. This is the stuff that really blew my mind when I understand this concept. Okay, and this is the thing that really changed things for me. Understanding that thoughts are things. Okay, there's a book called As a Man Thinketh. Okay, and this is one of the quotes from it. It says, "A person is limited only by the thoughts that he chooses." Okay, and it's so true. And once you realize that you can have it all, you're not going to settle for anything less. Okay, and that's why we work so hard, is because we know our potential has still not have been tapped. It's unlimited. And if any of you guys have done the perfect day in your dream life exercise in the 6A success, when you realize that you can actually obtain that, you'll never stop until you do, you know. But it's only until you actually realize that you could obtain that. Okay. So I hope what we go through over here will kind of unlock something for you guys to realize that um, anything that you want, you can have. You know, anything good that you want, you can have. Anything bad, you'll go to jail. So, um, okay. So I like to just go over this real quick. Another quote: "As he thinks, so he is. As he continues to think, so he remains." Okay. Now that's a pretty deep quote over there for me. Um, what that tells me is that for things to change, you have to change. Okay. You need to be the change. Um, a lot of people want a lot of things. Okay. But won't change themselves to achieve it. Okay. And it's absolutely necessary to evolve and to grow to be that person that is capable of achieving and even holding and retaining that level of success. Because success is just a mindset. Like you look at a perfect example of this are people who win the lottery. Okay. People who come into big money and are not in the mindset and did not do what it takes to actually achieve it, can never hold it. I think I forgot what the statistics are, but it's very high. It's like not over 90% of all people who win the lottery lose all of it in just a few years. Why? Because they have not elevated and evolved their mindset of being able to hold and maintain that type of wealth. Okay. So a couple other statements over here that attributes to that. Alex, stop writing on my board, Alec. Okay.
I wasn't on purpose.
I know.
I didn't know what I did. I was trying to take it off the screen, and all of a sudden, it was
No,
like,
it's all
what?
good.
Sorry.
Okay. So a couple other true statements over here. Do you want to know what the next 5 years of your life will hold for you? Keep doing the same exact thing and don't change anything. Don't change anything. And the next 5 years will look exactly like the last 5 years. Okay. Um, Obviously, we don't want it to look like the last 5 years. We want to grow. If you're not learning, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, life is not improving. Because you know what? If you're staying the same, you're not. You're actually getting behind. You know why? Inflation doesn't stay the same. The economy doesn't stay the same. Okay. So there's no such thing as staying the same. You're either improving or you're falling behind. Okay. So you need to grow so you don't fall behind and you need to improve. Okay. Weak effort produces weak results. That also goes back to our why. Okay. If you don't know what our why is, then we're not going to put the effort, and the why's got to be strong. Okay. There's a saying in our industry: if your why doesn't make you cry, it is not big enough. Okay. So you have to want it. You have to want success so bad that like it literally makes you cry. You know, that's why um there's a saying that um two of the things that makes a person make drastic changes in their life is inspiration or desperation. Okay. For us it was desperation. I was literally so desperate I cried to sleep, and that was my why. So why my why made me cry, and that's why I pushed myself to I had to make this happen. Okay, because I was in really bad shape if I did not make it work out. Literally burnt all bridges. Okay. The problem for a lot of people who don't succeed is because they're too comfortable. Okay, they're happy where they're at, and comfortability. I think the next training is going to be about comfortability. Okay, comfortability is the killer of success. Okay. Chris,
Chris,
you got your hand
Are
up?
you saying
You got a question?
amen or question?
Or you just giving us a
No,
wave?
I'm definitely saying amen.
Amen, right? I felt that
Yep.
too, Chris.
Just to an experience, you know, when we were, I remember the month when we were shooting for the 6A promotion. I finally set it in my mind to be like, all right, this month I'm hitting 6A. And man, I remember like that feeling of no matter what, like that was it. I had to hit it. And it was getting really close. Like it was like the days were sneaking up. But I spent every day really coming back to the, you know, I literally had a drawing board in my basement of all the names written down. Who could I talk to? Who could I basically, like, what could I do right now to hit 6A? And when I made it like it had to get done experience,
Burn all bridges.
the pressure was definitely on, but it was because I created that pressure that at the end of the month it happened. So yeah,
Exactly,
that
Chris.
whole that thermostat, it's so true.
So
Yep.
if
You
you
know,
didn't
it's
do
such,
that, you probably would have still been on 5A, right?
and not right, and not only that, but I mean, and I haven't had a month since then, but I have had months that were very close.
Yeah, you had a couple of great
And
months,
it's like
really great
it's like
months.
once you kind of like experience that type of fire kind of under your butt, it's a learning experience and a momentum that since you've experienced it, you could really like just turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's sort of like you know that you can make it happen again because you already
exactly
did it, right?
exactly. So
Right.
now I've had, I think my biggest month I've personally ever had was, I think, 10 or 11 direct sales, not even sales with the team, just personally having 10 and knowing that I've hit that before.
I think we lost you, Chris.
Nope. Yep.
Sorry, I had oops, sorry, I just had someone call me. But I've had months where I was where I've had 10, and now that I've had 10, I go into months now realizing like, wow, if I do at, you know, I could definitely do at least 5. Like that, what's 5? 5 is nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like having that 1 month of really putting the fire
Mm-hmm.
will definitely carry you into months moving forward for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. And yeah, I love that you said that because that's firsthand experience. Like you literally like, I need to make
Yeah.
this month. So you were like in all burn
It was
all bridges
focused.
mode,
Yeah.
and then you hit it. You made big numbers. You hit your goal. You got your goal. You got your bonus. But that is the difference. That is the level of commitment you need to make yourself. And if you do it, you're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit it when you get to that level. Okay. Yeah, that was awesome. That was really great to watch you do that too. Yeah, and you've been hitting some really big months
So it was
after
a
that.
mixture of
right?
faith and taking action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So here's another great quote. We don't get what we want in life. We get who we are in life. Okay. That's part of law of attraction. Like we're actually, as we improve, we attract all the good things into our life. Okay, we're actually bring them to us. You know, so if you want something and inside of you is not prepared to have it, you're not going to get it. Okay, so be the person who deserves to have it all because you can have it all. Okay, um, take your thoughts captive and be in control of what you think. uh just had this conversation with Joy, how important this is. uh how most people most people um are are not in control of their thoughts. They are reactive to their thoughts and pretty much a slave to their way of thinking. Okay. um Now that's a very dangerous thing, because our thoughts create our life. We're going to deconstruct that in the next slide. We're actually almost wrapping up, but um, every single one of us, where we are in life right now, we've thought into existence. So we are exactly where we are because we thought our way into where we are right now. Okay, so we literally created our positioning in life right now. Okay. um uh like it or not, your thoughts are constantly creating your life. So if you're just reacting to your thoughts, you're just gonna it's kind of like being a bag in the wind, just taking it wherever it takes you. Okay, but you don't have to let it take you wherever it takes you. You can lead it to take you where you really want to go, but you have to take captive of your thoughts. Okay, take your thoughts captive and only think the thoughts that is going to get you the results that you want to have. Okay. For a lot of people, the things that they don't like in their life has become a part of their life because of the thoughts that they've allowed. Okay. So if you don't like the relationship that you're in, or if you don't like the way that your kids are acting, you know, or you don't like your kid's friend, it's because of things that you've allowed, you know. Now the things that are missing, or the things that are absent in your life, are because of thoughts that you've neglected. Okay, thoughts that you neglect. Okay. um what's a good example of that, Nelly?
Things that you've neglected.
Okay, I'll give an example. So um so this year me and Nelly are investing in real estate, right? um well, we have plans to invest a lot in real estate in the coming years, but the fact is that we could have been investing in real estate for like the last so many years,
Mhm,
you know. But we never did.
mhm.
Okay, that's why actually I love how a lot of you guys on here in the questions said what would you do with your money, is that you'd invest it to make more money. um Me and Nelly just traveled. We're like, we just let's just go travel the world.
Let's
This
go
is good money.
enjoy
Let's
in
enjoy
another
life,
country.
you know.
Yeah.
But we could have been investing. We could probably have a 7-figure real estate business right now if we just invested once we started making good money, you know. But we didn't,
Mhm,
you know. That is thoughts that we neglected.
mhm,
Okay. So that's a good example of that. Okay. That's where self-development, growing, making the right connections, building a network is so important, because that's a great place to grow. So we love to connect with people who knows things that we want to know.
yeah.
Okay. So um
Or stocks also.
or stocks. Yeah. Yeah. So
That's another thing that we've neglected
yeah. You
that
know,
we could have looked
so
into. Mhm,
yeah. So I mean, our thoughts are so important because they're constantly creating the life that that we live. Okay. Now to kind of give you a deconstruct it of how thoughts actually have a direct effect to our life is I don't even know who made this quotes, but it goes like this. It says, watch your thoughts for they become your words. Watch your words for they become your actions. Okay. Now watch your actions for they become your habits. Now watch your habits for they become your character. And then watch your character for it shapes your destiny. It becomes your destiny. Okay. So you can see where the chain of events where your thoughts eventually leads to your placement in life. Now, if you knew that, um, how strict would you be about negative thinking?
Super strict.
Would you allow negative thinking? Would you allow negative thought into your life? Because that's gonna direct you in that direction,
So you want to nip
and
it
it's
in the
gonna
butt. Yeah.
yeah,
from-
it's gonna
from
it's
that
gonna
point.
attract more of that
Mhm.
into your life. Okay, so be quick when you have a negative thought. Be quick to
Remove
take
it.
it captive.
Mhm.
Be like, no, that's
As soon as you start to compare yourself, no,
as soon as you compare yourself.
out.
If you think I'm not, oh, this is too hard, I'm not good enough, I can't do this. Okay, those are all thoughts that's going to lead to wherever you are in life. So make sure that you think the things that is going to lead you to what you want in life, because literally what we think is what we become. Okay, a great Henry Ford quote is, regardless, if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. Okay, either one is right. Okay, so make sure you're always thinking in the right direction. All right. Okay, and let me cap it off with one of my really cool poem. I love this poem. Okay, so I want you guys to know this: if you knew you could have it all, you wouldn't settle for less. Okay, and it's summed up in this poem that I love. It goes, I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is just an employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task. Because I work for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I ask of life, life would have surely paid. Okay. Now that I mean that I just got the chills just reading that right now, because a lot of people don't realize that, and a lot of people are bargaining with life for a penny. Okay, and living check by check, and it's tough for a lot of people right now, because when you're living when you're bargaining life for a penny and you get hit with a pandemic and closures and stuff like this, it's tough. Okay, but it is so possible for all of us to achieve so much more than that, and we need to realize that. And when we realize that, we need to put in the work in order to obtain that, and when you do it, literally 5 years time could 5 years from now could look like a completely different life than 5 years prior.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And it starts with your thoughts. It's
starts
simple
with the
as your
thoughts.
thoughts.
That's exactly
Isn't
where it
that mind
begins.
blowing to think that it's just with about your thoughts, what's coming into your mind, and that's due to your environment also, how you were raised, or the friends that you have around you, what you allow, what you accept into your mind, and what you're telling yourself. So everything that he says was like, amen. Was an
Amen.
amen, brother. It was so good. Now, I did want to do something at the end. Who is ready for growth? Who wants to continuously grow and really, really improve their business and go 10x? If you guys, can I see you guys? Some of you, Lee, Karen, Nicole, Roylan, Javier. Hi guys. I would love to see your beautiful faces. Who is ready to truly make it happen? And can I see hands? See hands?
I'm ready.
Lee, ready? Daryl, Marvin, Joey, Javier. Okay. So if you guys are ready right now, grab your phone right now. So I told you guys to think about the time that you have in the day on a daily basis that you can put it towards your changing business. So if you are truly, truly ready and you're done with where you currently are and you want to elevate and improve your life, then think about your why, whatever that is. You said you wanted house, your investment, your mansion, your beach house, whatever it may be. So block out that time period on your calendar and name it your why. Okay, so name it your why. So then when it notifies you, you will see beach house, you will see charity, you will see your why. So every time you see it, it's going to remind you and it's going to say, it's kind of like going to tug on your ear. Hello, you're going to start working on your business. It's time. You know, so I think that's a great way to kind of remind you guys and keep you guys on track to work on your business and truly, truly elevate and make it to the goals that you guys truly want. Okay, what do you guys think?
Love it.
Awesome.
Awesome, guys.
Awesome. We are truly excited. We want to see you guys achieve your goals. It's not even about us, it's about you guys. Like, we truly want to see you guys, you know, quit your jobs, achieve that home for yourself, you know, buy your dream car, whatever it may be. But we can't want it more than you guys. You know, you have to want it for yourself. You know, you have to say, I'm done with this. I truly want to, I'm ready for this. You know, it's all a mindset. Like he said, power of your thoughts. You have to hold captive and remove it. And that really helped me out in the beginning when I first started. I would start looking at someone else's life. I would say, no, I can't do that. Okay, I have my goal. I have my dream. I have what I'm working towards. Okay, that's great for them, but I have my own, you know, focus that I have towards the goals that I have, you know? So that really helped me out a lot. And we were able to do really, really good, you know, when I first started. So it really works. It really does. All right. So we're truly, truly excited. Hi, Erica. We miss you, girl. I'm so glad to see you on here. I'm so excited for you. Oh, can we take a picture? Everyone, if you can, I'm sorry, if you can hop on your video again so we can see you guys and we can take a nice picture of all of us, and we'll post it on the WhatsApp so you guys can share it on your stories and talk about your training, the training that we had just now. All right. Hey guys, love to see you guys. Hi, Javier. Okay, smile, everyone.
Awesome.
Oh, I
Love
love your whys, everyone. I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah, let's go achieve it, guys. Love you guys. Anything you need from us, always reach out. Let us know what you need. We're here to help you. And let's make it happen. All righty, guys.
Yes, and someone had asked about the quotes. We're going to put it on the WhatsApp group. They love your quotes.
Oh, okay.
So we'll post it
Yeah,
on there,
for sure.
okay? Because it's great. Even I loved quotes. I love to see quotes because that would push me and motivate me as well. All right.
Yeah, I'll post the slides.
Awesome,
on
guys.
there. Awesome,
Great.
guys. All right,
Great.
love you guys.
Love you.
I can't wait.
Great
guys.
evening.
Anyone
Thank
have
you guys so
questions?
much.
Last minute? Anyone have questions? I don't think we asked.
I just want to say I can't wait to quit my job on.
Can you make a video? I want to see your video, Yamarin.
100%. I'm gonna make a
man.
video on Facebook Live just like you did. Quitting my job.
Nice. For
We
real.
love
Wait, did you
guys.
did you guys really make a video of you guys quitting your jobs?
I did. So I
That's awesome.
decided.
It was
Yeah.
the absolute most inspiring thing that I've literally
I
have
wanna
ever
see
seen
it.
in my life.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
want it.
post it.
She'll drop
That's
the
the
link.
reason
Post
why
it
I
on the
joined.
WhatsApp group. So I did
I
it
s-
because, and I was emotional and I cried and everything, but I didn't care because I wanted to inspire other people to go for their dreams. You know, if you want to quit your job, you can, you know, and I'm crying because exactly what he said, it was only a mindset change. And I said to him, to believe that it's only because of my thoughts, because I changed my thoughts, I was able to achieve that. It was like mind blowing. So that's why I was like, everybody should do this. You know, I'm like crying in the video and everything. So it's awesome. I'll post it on the WhatsApp group. All right,
Thank you. I'd love
guys.
to see that.
Awesome, guys. All right, man. Love you guys. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys in the WhatsApp chat. Reach out
Yeah.
to us for anything. I'll talk to you guys
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bless.
God bless you guys.